All right. So for the first game, we have the. All right. So in this one, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Browns, and this is going to be a Philadelphia home game. And the line at DraftKings is currently -8.5 for the Eagles, and that is one of the higher spreads for the year. They've been keeping them pretty close, but not this week. I guess probably because the Browns' offense is atrocious. But if we take a look at the numbers, um, points per game, obviously the Browns are way low. Watson has played horrible, and they'd be better off putting Winston in for him. But I guess the coach said that they're going to stick with Watson instead. But sooner or later, he's going to have to pull the trigger and put Winston in and just try it out because right now it ain't working. And last year, Joe Flacco had no problem with moving this offense. The defenses have played horrible for the Eagles, and the Browns hasn't played much better, but a lot of that has to do with being on the field all the time because the offense can't even get a first down. So that's probably most of what's happening with the Browns defense right now. Passing yards, Eagles is way up, as we've been talking about. The Browns offense is horrible. And the rushing yards per attempt aren't much better. And total yards per attempt is 3.5 for the Browns. That is horrible. I don't even think the Eagles' horrible defense will have a problem stopping them. We'll scroll over here. Expected points. Obviously, both defenses aren't great, but Browns defense is still doing better. That tells you the offense is horrible. And the Browns are -10, and that tells you their offense is playing horrible. Yards per point, both of them are pretty similar. Turnovers, um, Eagles have a higher rate of turnover on the offense, but some of that was luck, and some of that's just bad throwing by Hurts. Total expected points from special teams, defense, and offense. -4.1 for the Eagles, -5.7 for the Browns. So if you want to do your spread that way, it would be about a -1.6 for the Eagles side. And then if we go over to the game card, we have a win percent chance, 59.4% for the Eagles and 40.6% for the Browns, and our spread is -3 Eagles and 3 for the Browns. So I'm going to be betting the Browns on that +8.5 because that's a 5.5 difference between my spread and their spread. And then the point, as you can see in the cards, we think the 1% is going to be uh, Eagles most likely because look at all these green cards. They're going to have more passing yards, rushing yards per attempt are going to be higher, yards per attempt are going to be higher. Points per play is barely lower than the Browns. And we already did expected points. Uh, we still think the Browns are going to be a better team when you mix offense and defense together and leave out the special teams. Uh, yeah, and we think the Browns will have less turnovers, but turnovers have a lot of luck. And that's about all for that game. We're looking at a pretty close game with the Eagles barely pulling it off with a field goal, but with a +8.5 for the Browns. we are going to take the Browns with that bet. Alright, my name is Jordy from Betman Sports Betting, and I'll see you in the next video.